Not Another Podcast, episode
23.
23. Yes, it's 23 because last week was 22. Right. Mm-hmm. That's how numbers work.
That's how they work.
Hope you had a great week. We had a busy week. We, of course, Thanksgiving or how people in the States call it, Monday.
There was a lot of posts online I saw on TikTok, people being confused why people were celebrating Thanksgiving early.
Yeah.
Because
it did feel
Americans,
early.
No. It's because the Americans forget that in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. And they say, oh, it's Canadian Thanksgiving. And it's like, you don't have to call it Canadian Thanksgiving. It's just Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We just celebrate it in October. Doesn't it make more sense to celebrate in October than November?
I don't know. We've grown up our whole lives in October. So maybe if we were in the States, we would be more, think it's normal if it was on November.
It's too close to Christmas. I'm already in Christmas mode by the time they're celebrating Thanksgiving.
I'm always in turkey mode. So I don't care when it is. But our Thanksgiving was much like the first Thanksgiving, Chinese food.
That's what Thanksgiving is based off of, right? Chinese food.
We usually have Thanksgiving Day dinner at Dana's mom's, and she makes she makes turkey or chicken cutlets, some sort of poultry.
Yeah, she usually does a turkey or a turkey breast if there's not a lot of people, and she'll do a stuffing and potatoes and beans. But this year nobody wanted to cook, so we got Chinese food. Yes,
we got the nice people at Wing Hing to cook for us.
Best Chinese food in the city, honestly. Yeah, so good.
It was pretty good. So, but the next day, we just stayed at home and we wanted to watch the Blue Jay game. And we had something for dinner. I don't remember what it was. And I said, it was on Thanksgiving. And I'm like, we need something. So we went out and got some stovetop stuffing, which is the best stuffing. And some gravy.
It's not better than homemade, but it's fine.
I don't know. It depends on who's making it at home.
It's never better than homemade.
There's just something about stovetop stuffing. It's just so...
It's probably nostalgic for you or something. Yeah. So you find like comfort in it.
And you know, something that you loved as a kid or growing up and then you go back and watch it or eat it and you're like, this is trash. What do we have the other day? You had a Fun
Bagel
Dip.
Bites.
Okay, we were on two different wavelengths. No, you had Fun Dip. Remember you bought Fun Dip?
No, I got it in a package, yeah.
Yeah. So you got Fun Dip, which was the candy stick and like 3 different flavors of powder. And then you'd lick your stick. I know how that sounds. And you put it in the pouch. And we had it and I'm like, this was not good.
It wasn't that good, no. And Bagel Bites. The Bagel Bites that were on sale at Loblaws for like $1.29 or something like that.
Thanks a lot, Galen.
Should have paid me to eat those. They're disgusting.
Okay, so we got a new segment we want to start this week. It's called What Did Roberto Fuck Up Last Week? And that's me.
Oh.
I got something wrong.
Oh, okay.
So last week we were talking about Nuit Blanche. Right?
Nuit Blanche. It's coming to Ottawa next fall.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what is it? And I said, it's a big party and everyone wears white. So
because they have one in Montreal and in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mistaken that with a Ballon Blanc. So Ballon Blanc is an EDM rave where everyone wears white and parties in Montreal. Nuit Blanche is like art installations and artists come in. And thank you to Tamara, who left a comment. She's from Saskatoon. Shout out to the prairies, by the way. We're big into prairies. She said that it's like, she corrected my mistake and said that it's just art installations. She goes, it's a nice long walk, but artists from all over get to demonstrate their artwork. So that's what's coming to Ottawa. And that's kind of cool.
Okay. Their local news to talk about this week. There's a lot of conversation around the garbage limit, right? And how it's funny. So a week or two ago, there was a news story that said that Ottawa residents are throwing away less garbage thanks to the 3-item limit.
Yeah, and in case you're not listening, in Ottawa, about, when was this? September? I don't remember, like a year ago?
September last year.
They told everyone you can only throw out 3 items on garbage day. And a lot of people got upset about that because some people throw out 4 bags, 5 bags. And if you have 1 bag over, they just leave it. And they ticket you. Mm-hmm. So you have to buy these yellow tags to put around your extra items. So they'll take those away.
And now the news story is that there are thousands of items left at the curb for exceeding the 3-item garbage limit. So yeah, naturally people are going to throw away less because they're taking less garbage.
Yep.
They have a cap on how much they're taking. So it's automatically going to be less. But that doesn't mean people aren't trying to throw away more. They're also saying that illegal dumping is up.
So well, yeah, have you ever walked around like on a path or something and they have like public garbages and there's bags everywhere?
Or the garbage is overflowing,
right?
And you're like, that can't just be from the park. But somebody had a really interesting point, and that's if your house, the item limit is unfair for anybody who never throws away 3 items. Thinking about like you and me, right? We throw away one garbage bag a week usually. Sometimes we'll have a second.
Two, and maybe once in a while we'll have like a third item, which is literally just a different item. It's either like shelving or something.
Yeah, like something
but
we're
we rarely
getting rid of.
almost never do that.
Yeah. And this person had an interesting point where they said, you know, households like that, you should be able to accumulate your garbage that you haven't thrown away. Like accumulate tags, right? So let's say you throw away one item on one pickup.
And then 4
That's
on
2
another.
items that you didn't include in your garbage, right? You could have thrown away 3, but you only threw away 1. So don't I get those 2?
So you
like,
want to
add it on to like the next
They
week?
want to bank it.
They want to bank.
It's like vacation days at work.
extra
You bank it
garbage.
for next year.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I show up. I'm the garbage guy. Man, this stuff stinks because I'm the garbage guy, right? So there's one bag. So you have 2 more items that you could have used. So I leave 2 tags on your box, like
exactly,
your recycle box.
2 tags so that in the future, when I want to throw away more than the limit, like let's say you do a spring purge, right? Because how often are you going to have more than 3 over the limit, right? Then you can use those tags to throw away that garbage. But no, you have to go and buy the tags. That's the current system.
I think that would just take up a lot of time, a lot
It
of garbage
would.
guys' time. Instead, what they should have done is in the mail, everybody gets sent a page of yellow tags. Here is your 10 tags for the year, and they have the year on them.
Mm-hmm.
So in the year 2025, you have 10 tags that you can use at your discretion. So let's say 3 weeks, you know, you don't want to throw away 1 bag, and then 1 week you have 4. You take 1 tag off, you have 9 left for the year. So I think maybe what the government should do is send us a page for the year. We pay our taxes. Property taxes are going up, by the way.
But the whole point is to deter people from wanting to throw away garbage to save money so that they don't buy the tags, right? They don't like, I don't want to buy the tags, so I'm going to not make so much garbage, right?
Yeah.
And to make people think about their choices and how much waste they have in their lives. And I guess that would kind of defeat the purpose. But I also see how it's kind of not fair to households that never throw away the limit.
A couple of neighbors, when it first started, didn't understand, like they weren't paying attention. And it throws me how many people don't actually listen to the news, don't know what's going on. So we had neighbors that were throwing like 5-6 bags away, and then they come out of their house and there's 3 bags left with all these tags, and they're staring at them.
And they don't understand,
And a couple of times neighbors have reached out to us and say, hey, you only have 1 bag. We have an extra bag. Can we throw it on your lawn? Yeah, sure, of course. If you get rid of that stupid gnome. We'll make a deal. But like, you know, and then times, like I said, we'll be walking, you go by a public garbage and there's like, man, like 2-3 bags outside and it's overflowing. So I can't even imagine dumpsters.
To be honest, I feel like we're in a secret competition with our neighbors sometimes. Like when I see that we've thrown away the least amount of garbage on our street, I'm like, we win.
We win what though?
I don't know.
Content for the podcast?
Yeah. For our poor listener.
Speaking of poor listener, I actually think that I got nailed by a speed camera last week. I was driving down Walkley Road, and Walkley's a 50.
Yeah.
No road.
Even though it's
unless
like,
you're residential. Walkley's not a residential.
it is though.
But
There's
not.
tons of homes on Walkley.
Yeah, no. This is like near the
It's
driver
just-
place. It's just a huge road.
It's
It
a huge
should
road.
be
When it has a divided median and then the 2
Yeah.
lanes on either side, it feels like it should be faster than 50.
And it's funny because I'm like, I told Dana that I'm going to take Walkley, and she's like, oh, watch out for the speed camera. And then I went
Because
right.
I thought I got nailed there a couple of weeks ago. I could, and with the mail strike, we haven't gotten the mail, so it's possible that I'll get one in the mail as well.
Yeah, so I was going down Walkley, and then I look up and I saw a flash, but I looked down and I was doing 54. And if I get a ticket at 54,
I was doing 55. Yeah,
did you get a ticket?
I don't know yet because we
'Cause
haven't.
you got a
it's
ticket,
been
but you-
weeks. It's been a few weeks, but Canada Post has been on strike, so they haven't been sending the mail, and they only come in the mail. These tickets.
A couple weeks ago, I went to the mail, and there was a letter from the Ontario Justice Department or whatever the hell it was, and it was your speeding
It was
ticket
my first ever
on Castle
speeding
Frank.
ticket.
You were going 64 in a 50. Where were you going?
I think it was a 40.
You were going 22 over?
Yeah.
62 and a 4? 60,
Yeah, I didn't realize
24. You'd be 24 over anyway. So she deserves this ticket.
it's over $200.
So she gets a $200 ticket, and they give you an option. You can either go to the office at Constellation Drive, right? Or you can pay it online, but you have to pay, what, $3 extra?
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck you! You're not getting my $3."
So I wasted $5 of my gas driving her her convicted ass out to get it paid, and tell her, like, talk about Constellation Drive in The Office, because it was a shit show.
Oh, it's a zoo. Everybody's there fighting any possible ticket that you can fight, right?
Is it the only place you can pay a ticket in the city?
No, I don't think it's the only place, but it's central.
Closest.
It's very central, so it's a popular location. And yeah, they didn't get my $3, but they did get 3 hours of my time, which is more valuable. I don't know.
It was so annoying. And I think they purposely make those places where you can go in and pay and waive that fee awful. So the next time you get nailed, you're going to be like, I'm not going back there. I'm just paying it online.
Oh, and the people that work there, by the way, I don't know. The person that I got had like no personality. I was trying to like crack jokes with them and
They didn't want
whatever.
part of it. No.
They wanted absolutely no part of it. None. Ignored anything I said. Just took my money.
And those cameras are in the news because while we were in Portugal, Doug Ford said that he was going to do away with them. He said they were a cash grab. He wants them gone. And there's a lot of pushback, especially in Ottawa, about keeping the cameras. They just installed. How many cameras do we have? We have almost 30 cameras right now.
I think we might have more. 60.
60 cameras.
There are 60 working cameras, and Doug Ford has instructed every municipality to halt the installation of any new cameras or any poles or anything that are going to go up relating to the cameras until further notice.
Yeah.
But the city says that they're going to finish installing 13 new ones that they already started to install, but they're not going to turn them on. That's the thing.
Right.
So if you see a new one has popped up in your neighborhood, you're probably just going to see the coming soon sign, and it's likely not going to be on until Doug Ford decides to pass legislation to cut off all the cameras, or if the city ends up finding a loophole, because I know the city wants to go against what Doug Ford is doing and keep them at least in the school zones.
Okay.
That's the thought process.
Okay.
At a minimum, keep them in the community safe zones near schools.
Mm-hmm. I want them in school zones. I don't care about anywhere else, but I want them in school zones because that makes the most sense. So they should keep them in the school zone.
Let me play devil's advocate if I can for a second.
Yeah.
I do agree with you, but I have seen some people say, does not every neighborhood deserve to have safer speeds, or it's only in front of schools? Do not all pedestrians deserve people driving safer speeds, or only kids do? Do you know what I mean?
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate's advocate. Okay.
I don't think that's a thing.
School zones are a little different because you have a huge amount of people in that zone at one time, where neighborhoods, they have a lot of people, but they're not joining up in the same area. So especially during, like, I don't know what time schools let out, like what, 3 o'clock, and then they open like between 8 and 3 or 8 and 4. I think they should be on, because there's a lot of people in that area. There's like cars going in and out, picking up students crossing. So I think that's why it should be in a school zone. The rest of the speed cameras, and let's be honest, like, you're going down the road, you see a speed camera, you drop to 60, and then once you pass the camera, you put your foot on the gas. You know what I mean? So
you're Vin Diesel again.
Yeah.
As soon as you pass,
living my life a quarter
camera.
mile at a time.
No, I get it. Yeah, I do. I do also think that they're a bit of a cash grab. And if you really want to reduce speeds, because again, there's that saying, I forget what it is, but
in the background, that's the cat.
Willow's going crazy with this ball track. She's playing with it.
Yeah.
But if you compare, rich people to people that aren't so rich, a fine on the camera is not a big deal.
And
so it doesn't really deter some people that can afford to pay the fines. And it really hurts people who can't afford it, right? And it might work a little bit better on people who can't afford it. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to reduce speeds, do things to the road that force everybody, no matter what you make to reduce your speed, like speed bumps, and make them more narrow, put up more
pedestrian crossings,
things like that. Yeah.
Another reason we should be like Finland, because Finland, when they pull you over for speeding, they actually look up what your salary is and they fine you based on a percentage of your salary.
That's a good idea too.
So if I get busted for speeding 10%, like 10 over, they'll look me up and be like, okay, he makes this much, we're going to fine him 10% or whatever it is.
That's genius.
So that will be, it kind of hits everybody the same way, except when you're really wealthy, it hits you a lot harder.
Yeah.
And that's why usually they're driving Porsches and, Lamborghinis and stuff like that. So that's how, and they take like Nordic countries, they take speeding very seriously. Even in France, they take speeding pretty seriously.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way you can do it to deter people. And by the way, there's going to be a motion in City Hall to keep the cameras going, even though Doug Ford said, nah, turn them off.
And these are huge money makers for the city, by the way. These cameras make millions of dollars every single year. Where does the money go? I don't know. I will say I have seen, I think, more road work in the city being done than I ever have before. I feel like construction on improving roads is at an all-time high. So you can only hope that that's what the money is going into and not going into the pockets of
Because I don't see, well, you hope so because of all the construction, but I've also seen a lot of potholes that in parts of the city that don't look like they're getting fixed ever.
Also,
ever. And listen, I drove in Montreal. Montreal's the same thing. I driven in Toronto. That's the same thing. It's just construction everywhere. I'm sure every city in Canada is probably just going through massive construction all the time.
I would hate to see how much the taxes are going to go up once these cameras get shut off.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Do you know what I mean?
We don't have a job. We don't have jobs.
They're going to get higher and higher, and they're going to justify it based on, well, Doug Ford said we can't have cameras, so we got to make the money somewhere. And it's like, well, you didn't make the money before. This is all new revenue that you've never made before.
Yep.
Right? So it's all extra. You'd think that even we would get a tax break because of the cameras, but no, that's not
tax break.
the case.
Tax break.
No such thing.
I'd
love to see it the year that things just stay the same cost.
Well, it did during COVID. Wasn't there a freeze during COVID for property tax?
Yeah, but that was like legislated.
Yeah, and it was
that wasn't like just naturally. There's just everything's going to be cheaper.
And now we can't blame Trudeau because Trudeau's on a yacht and he's not looking after the country anymore. That story.
Yeah.
That story is just...
when we first saw that him and Katy Perry were out to dinner, I didn't really think...
In Montreal.
Like, I was like, oh, that's so funny. Like, are they dating? But I didn't think it would actually become something.
Well, originally they said it cooled off. And then all of a sudden it picked back up and my boy's wearing jeans on the yacht.
I know.
Yo, Justin... Get some shorts, man.
It was back in July when they were spotted at a restaurant in Montreal. And it was just last week that they were spotted on a yacht kissing.
Yeah.
It's Katy Perry's yacht, by the way. And it wasn't in like some tropical destination. It was just off the coast of California. And yeah, they're hugging, they're kissing. For some reason, he's in jeans because he forgot his swim trunks. I don't know.
She surprised him with a yacht date. I don't even think he's wearing Dockers.
And apparently
those dock shoes.
And apparently they have been, or he's been kind of pursuing her since that dinner.
Good for him.
Yeah. And her, I just know.
Did she just break up with Orlando Bloom?
Yeah, I think it was recent.
Who's more annoyed?
But when they go public with these things, I bet you the relationship really ended a while ago. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like announcing that they've been done for a while?
They've decided that they're not going to be together anymore.
Who's more annoyed? Orlando Bloom, that Katy Perry is now dating, at one time a world leader, which is kind of like a celebrity, especially if you're a political nerd.
Oh, it's a huge celebrity.
Sophie Trudeau, who's Justin Trudeau's now dating Katy Perry. And yes,
that's
Katy
not
Perry.
Sophie Gregoire. Okay.
What did I say? Oh, Sophie Gregoire.
Trudeau.
It sounds like a law firm or insurance broker. Trust Sophie Gregoire for your home insurance.
Yeah, it does.
Who's more annoyed? I think it's Sophie.
I think it's Sophie. I know I would be.
Fucking Katy Perry.
If we broke up and you started dating a fucking global pop star, I'd be devastated.
Well, I do think me and Shakira have a lot in common.
I would be devastated. Devastated. That would be very hurtful.
Do you feel?
Me. But I would be like, I'd hope we ended on good terms so you can get me like concert tickets and stuff. Backstage,
no, I don't think there's good terms when you stop dating someone and they start dating a global icon. I don't think there's good terms anymore. I don't believe it. And by the way, those pictures of them two embracing, are they hugging or kissing on the yacht? I don't remember what it looks like, but there is a super.
He's kissing her cheek. It looks like
there's a super zoomed in shot of the two of them, and it kind of looks like Justin Trudeau's embracing Justin Trudeau. Like the resolution is so bad that it looks like they have the same face, which I think is super weird.
Speaking of his ex-wife, Sophie, she had an Instagram post and people think it was really cryptic and possibly related to this whole thing.
When did it go
out? Days after the rumors started.
Okay, yeah, let's see it.
She posted that it had something to do with letting go or that love is never about possession. So I don't know if that could be alluding to anything.
Well, okay, the chances of that
I'm
post,
going to pull it up now.
the chances of that post coming out after the pictures went out is it's a little too coincidental for me. It probably has something to do with it. And there was a lot of rumors about why they broke up, by the way. You know, we don't know, but there was talk of maybe she wanted him to quit politics and you know, and he wasn't willing to do that. But those are just rumors. But
being married to the most hated man in Canada would be very hard.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
People blame Trudeau today for anything.
People
we make a joke where like if something is not going
thanks a
our
lot.
way, we're like, thanks a lot, Trudeau.
Can I get some mustard? Oh, we're all out. Thanks a lot, Trudeau.
Thanks a lot, Trudeau.
Because he was being blamed for everything.
Everything he was being blamed for. Things that provincial governments did.
Yeah.
That isn't even his party.
Yeah.
He would be blamed for.
Municipal, federal, you know, provincial government. But like, hey, in a way, like, who's laughing now?
I honestly like good for
him.
him.
Yeah, but
yes,
good for him. And listen, Katy Perry, you know, she's dipped. She's dipped at one point, you know, teenage dream Katy Perry.
Yeah.
She's dipped in popularity and stuff, but you know, it's still Katy Perry. And she's
I don't know what that means. She's dipped. I'm confused by
well,
that
her
statement.
career has taken a hit. It's dipped.
Oh, it's dipped. Like her career.
You know, at
has
one
dipped.
time she had the record for the most #1 singles off an album, off of Teenage
She
Dream.
never recovered after that album.
The haircut.
When she cut her hair short.
The swish swish.
Swish,
She
swish.
never recovered.
She never recovered after that.
And then she had Chained to the Melody or Chained to the Rhythm, and that wasn't a great song. And it's just never. And like her new tour.
Yeah.
And remember, what was it? Woman's World, which was panned.
Which was a bad song to release the album
Read
to.
the Room. Like,
Yeah.
what? You know, anyways, so, but good on Justin Trudeau. You know what I mean? Justin Trudeau's got, man, you say what you want about him. He's got to have some sort of swag to pull down, some sort of charisma.
He does for sure. And I've always thought, like, everybody always, remember when he was first elected? Everyone was all about his looks.
Yeah.
They were all, oh my God, we have the most handsome leader in the country.
Yeah.
And we did. We did. And you could see how much it's aged him being leader of Canada.
Well, he grew
how
the beard.
stressful.
And then everyone was like, oh, look at the beard. Oh,
Yeah.
A world leader with a beard. And I'm like, it's true. A world leader with a beard. You don't see that very often.
See that, actually.
Good for Justin Trudeau. Maybe that's what got Katy Perry was the beard.
Well, he doesn't have one anymore.
I have grown a beard. See how he talks?
That wasn't very good, though.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
I'm terrible
sorry.
at that. Next week's what did Tony fuck up will be with that. But
The guy who's on oh
This hour
my
has
gosh,
22 minutes.
this hour has 22 minutes. I forget his name. I think it's Chris something.
he does a good Trudeau.
He does such a good Trudeau and such a good Pierre Poilievre.
What do they have in common?
Their love for one another.
Their love for each other, love for one
their
another,
obsession
their obsession with
with
each
one
other. Because I'm like, what do you sit around and talk about? You know, he does. You know, he did a lot of stuff before he became prime minister.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do they have in common?
What did you think I said?
I brought up Poilievre and you thought, what did Justin Trudeau and Poilievre have in common?
Oh, nothing.
And I was like, their obsession with each other?
yeah. They both have the dartboard of each other's face behind like the bathroom wall or something.
Yeah.
No, like
Somebody made a joke. Nobody is more upset about this than Pierre Poilievre.
I'm just like, they seem like polar opposites.
I guess, but I don't know. They're both in the public eye.
Yeah,
They're
I
both
guess.
big celebrities.
And we don't know them enough to know what they're talking about. But I don't know. Just
What's
like
the age difference?
is he in his 50s?
Okay, Katy Perry is 40 years old.
Mhm.
Why did I think she was older than that? I don't know why. And Justin Trudeau is 53.
Oh, so it's only 13 years. That's not bad.
13
That's how much
years.
we are. Wait, how old are you? No, it's
How
not.
old do you think I am?
13. That sounded terrible. No.
How old do you think I
You're
am at that point?
36. You're going to be 37 in next week.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm 44, so it's only 7 years. Oh, yeah. Isn't the rule? It's got to be the age gap times 2.
It's half your age. No,
Half your age plus
times
7.
2.
No, it's half your age plus 7.
Half your age plus 7.
Half your age plus 7.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure it's half your age plus 7.
Dating rule. To find the minimum age acceptable, you divide your own age by 2 and add 7. You are right. So, example, if you're 24, half of that is
12.
12 plus 7 is
19.
So if you're 24, 19 would be the minimum age that you would date.
So right now I'm 44, so it would be 22 plus 7 is 29.
So 29 and 44. Even that seems like
That's 14.
That's a lot. It's big.
So I could be dating somebody 14 years younger than me, and it'd be socially okay. Well, this is the
to
final
rule.
episode of the Tony and Dana podcast.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't worry. I know. I love you. I know. I get it.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Polar opposites, by the way, brought it up because I was reading this thing about people who are polar opposites in a relationship. Opposites attract. 73% of people say opposites attract.
Okay, but define.
I've dated somebody who's completely opposite and it didn't work. I've dated 3 or 4 people who are complete opposites and it did not work.
Are we opposites?
Yeah, no. I don't think we're
define
opposite.
polar opposites. Like, what does that mean? Like,
Introverted
I
versus
like
extroverted.
chocolate, you like vanilla. I'm extroverted, you're introverted.
You're a planner. I'm more like go with the flow.
But there's certain things that I think that so you can have opposites and make everything work, and you should have some similarities.
Well, I think fundamentally you have to have some foundational similarities, right?
I think when you have personality traits that are opposite, they can complement each other.
Well, yeah, where like my positives are your negatives, and like your strengths are my weaknesses, and the other way around. I think that's what, and I think that's kind of true.
Well, that's like what you said. Like, I'm a planner, you're not.
Passenger
You're go with
princess.
the flow. So I like to plan, you like to go with the flow. You bring that out of me. I show you how planning is useful, right? And how well it can make your life, or how much easier it can make your life.
Perfect example is we've just booked a trip, our winter trip to Mexico. She's going through all these videos. Oh, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, I'll show up. I'll just be there. Just let me know. And then she goes, oh, I want to watch another video. I'm like, and she's like, why? What's wrong?
But when when the time comes to go on the trip, you're like, I'm glad that you know all this stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
By the way, they say that the most important things when it comes to like relationships and opposites attract is core values. So we said foundational stuff.
Yeah.
Future and family goals and relationship boundaries. That's the most
Okay,
important things.
yeah.
The least important things, career goals, fitness and health, and hobbies.
Yeah. Okay. But I think you should have some things in common that you enjoy doing
hobbies?
together.
Hobbies? Like that?
Some hobbies are good, I think, to have together.
Yeah, like playing Tetris.
Like video games?
Like
Sure.
video games?
Like playing video games. Because
Lego?
then you can have fun together.
Mm-hmm.
And then some hobbies you do on your own, which are fine. But I think your taste too, if you want to enjoy a movie together, you might want to have a similar taste in movies.
We don't. We really don't.
Do we not?
You like horror movies and stuff like that. And,
Not really. Not as I've gotten older.
oh, okay. Well, then you always
Never
ask.
mind.
Well, you watched that new Monsters thing on Netflix. I have no interest in watching that thing with
Well,
Charlie
I like
Hunnam.
true crime stuff. You're not big on true crime until we watch documentaries and then you get into it.
Right,
But it's
yeah.
not your first choice.
No, I'm looking for a laugh usually when we're
Yeah.
scrolling. But what is it about those shows that interest you? Like you love Dexter, you love like serial killer shit. Like why?
Well, Dexter's not even
red flag.
real.
No, but you
the
like
way.
it. But it's still the same thing. It's
Well,
a
it's
serial
entertaining.
killer.
It's entertaining.
Do you find that monster stuff on Netflix? Do you find that entertaining?
Yeah, in a very creepy,
Okay, you fucked up because that's weird.
weird way.
It's kind of like you want to figure out the psyche of a serial killer, and I don't know why.
Isn't that a popular thing though? Like, isn't that
I think
a
it's
common feeling? Like, you want to know why bad people do what they do
because they're bad people.
Because we can't get in that mind frame because we are not them. So we want to see, why are people like this?
I'm not really interested
Or
in
why
that.
do they make the choices that they do, or what got them to that point?
I'm not really interested in stuff like that.
Really?
Not really. I don't really care. I just think, I have no interest in finding out why they ended up being with it. Like, I just don't have that curiosity in me. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
But to watch, like, what is it, 7 episodes? Did you finish it, by the way?
No, I didn't finish the Ed Gein one because I just didn't like the flow of it. I was
No?
actually bored.
Yeah?
For the most part, yeah.
How many
I didn't.
episodes? Do you
There's
remember?
8. And
8
I was like,
episodes?
yeah, I love Charlie Hunnam, but...
And then what was the one before this? Evan Peters?
I didn't watch the one before, the Menendez brothers.
Oh, right. The Menendez
I
brothers.
actually did
That's
not
right.
watch that one. I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer one because I thought it was interesting, but that one was fucked up. That one was really
I
disturbing.
think they're all fucked up. Like, at the end of the day, they're all fucked
Well,
up.
some are more fucked up than others, for sure.
Yeah. I know. I just have no interest in watching that stuff, but like you do. So if it's a documentary, I'll watch it. Like what was the one? Unknown Caller or whatever that was.
Yeah, like a true
True crime
that's
one.
also a true crime. It's just not about like a heinous murder.
Yeah.
Right?
So where do you want to go from here? We got like other stuff you want to talk about. We got remember that fat shaming thing? Whoa.
Is that picking up on the mic?
Cat's freaking out.
She's got the zoomies. Willow's got the zoomies.
Oh, here's one. Growing up, strangest rules you had from your parents.
Strangest rules growing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is this like other people talking about? Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
I think you know this one. No turning off the lights no turning on the lights during a thunderstorm.
Yeah, I had that rule. They also said, my mom used to say you can't do the dishes when there's a thunderstorm because the lightning.
Shower. My parents said the same thing about showers.
Oh yeah, and no showering. Basically no running water because the lightning can come through the pipes.
By the way, telling a kid they don't have to shower, it's like a holiday.
I'm pretty sure that's a myth.
My mom used to tell me that if I looked out the window during a lightning storm and I saw lightning strikes, it was bad luck.
If you looked out a window?
She said, don't do that.
Oh.
Close the window. It's not good.
Oh, it's not. It is true?
What's true?
Lightning can travel through pipes, both metal and plastic, and it is dangerous to use plumbing during a thunderstorm.
What?
Lightning can enter a building through pipes that extend outside, and the electricity can travel through the plumbing system to faucets, showers, and other connected water sources. To stay safe, avoid all contact with water and plumbing, including showering, washing hands or dishes, and doing laundry. What? This whole time I thought that was just a myth. This is AI, by the way. This is Google's AI overview.
Oh, that's what the computers want you to think.
They want you to not use your water during a thunderstorm.
Some other ones people left. No wearing clothes with faces on them. No Mickey Mouse shirts, either plain shirts, plaid, no graphics, or it had to be of something not alive, like a soccer ball.
But why?
It doesn't say why.
That is a weird rule.
No stepping on the bath mat with wet feet. What the hell's the point of the bath mat?
For?
It's asking a fish not to swim. What the fuck?
Makes no sense.
We had one drink cup by the kitchen sink. If you're thirsty, use that cup and put it back for other family members, a communal cup.
Ew.
We'd wash it in a dishwasher every 2 days or so. That's how you get mono.
Okay, speaking of only washing your cup every 2 days, I saw a TikTok video. Obviously, everything comes from that. Yeah. About your water bottle. I haven't washed my water bottle in 4 days.
I know, because I washed it last.
Yes, thank you for that. And I saw that you need to be washing it every 2 days thoroughly with soap and water and a bottle brush and a little brush for your straw if you have a straw opening.
We do. But why?
Because you'll get a biofilm inside your water bottle, not even like a day after you start using it again with fresh water.
Yeah.
That this little ecosystem starts growing on the inside walls of your water bottle.
You'll be fine. People are just fucking. People are just whistling all this shit. They're just like fucking scaring us for no reason. We eat dirt.
Maybe it's good.
We're fucking fine. We ate dirt as kids.
Well, maybe you did.
No, we didn't sit in a garden and eat dirt. But you know what I mean.
Maybe it is good for our immune
dirty
systems.
children. Yes, it is.
That grossed me out.
Like in the office when Dwight suggested that we should have desanitizing stations, just bowls of dirt, and let people sneeze on you once in a while, just to prop up your immune system. And they actually were saying that since COVID, kids are at risk of having weaker immune systems because they're not allowing with sanitizing all the time and masks and all that stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Their immune system is not getting used to germs and shit. Not as robust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other things that made this list about weird parent rules. Curtains had to be open first thing in the morning so the neighbors wouldn't think we slept in. Fucking weird.
Who cares what the neighbors
We had to drink a huge glass of milk every morning as a kid because my parents believed it would make us grow tall. But I was lactose intolerant, so it just ended up making me feel nauseous.
Oh, no.
What else? We weren't allowed to walk from the bathroom to our bedrooms after a shower in just a towel, even if no one else was there besides family.
Oh, that is weird.
We had to leave the room to fart, and fart was a curse word. I don't want to live in a family.
The other F word.
Fart. So what else on those? I had to bring home plastic sandwiches for my school lunch to be used again the next day. Recycling.
Like the sandwich bags?
Yeah. They were washed and dried overnight.
That's economical.
Frugal.
I support that.
Cheaper frugal.
That's frugal. I support that.
I wasn't allowed to invite a friend over for a second time until they invited me over to their house. My mom kept track of how many times I invited friends over and demanded they reciprocate before I could invite them again. That's a mom who's not making sure that she's just spending a bunch of money on another
That's
kid.
What I was thinking.
It's got to go both ways.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
There was a story we did a couple years ago about it was a sleepover. And the mother of the child who was having the sleepover sent a bill to all the parents whose kids slept over.
I remember that.
And the
vaguely.
bill included electricity, internet,
that's crazy,
entertainment, food. Like it had all those things. Now, somebody who I never had a sleepover ever. I wasn't ever. The only time I had a sleepover was I had to sleep at my cousin's house because my parents went to go pick up my grandmother in Toronto, but I never had a sleepover. I never had a surprise birthday party.
Oh, I never had a surprise party either.
I never had a sleepover. What else do kids do that's normal? Because I'm probably sure.
Did you go to your classmates' birthday parties?
No, I wasn't invited, or my mom never told me. Maybe that's why mom didn't tell me.
Did you ever have a birthday party for yourself?
No.
Where you invited your classmates to your house?
No.
Oh.
No, never
So you've
had
never
that.
received a loot bag?
Yes, I have. It was my neighbor's, and they let me go because it was my neighbor.
Oh,
so it was literally
okay.
across the driveway, the laneway.
Yeah.
But I never went to a kid's birthday party.
I'm surprised you've never even been to a sleepover.
But
That's
what-
crazy.
but-
You know how many fun things I never would have got to do had I not been
Play doctor with
sleeping at my friend's house?
play doctor with the little kid Aaron when you're a kid.
No.
No. Okay.
No. And if my mom's listening, which I'm sure she's not, it's just a joke.
Or the sleepover.
Yeah.
No, I never did any of that stuff. I feel like I've been sheltered a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I was in a class that didn't have those things, or wasn't invited. I wasn't part of the cool group.
No, maybe it's because like that's just your parents were immigrants
Yeah.
and it just was a very North American thing to do.
Yeah.
And they just didn't think you needed to do that.
I think the most normal thing we did was Halloween, because Christmas is Christmas everywhere.
I'm actually surprised you did Halloween because
We
I
did
bet
Halloween.
you that's not a thing where your parents are from.
No, it wasn't. I don't know if they do Halloween. I'm sure they do Halloween in Portugal, but I don't know. They let us do Halloween, and that was one of the only things I got to do that I would say that was very traditional, like Canadian.
But they never did Santa, right?
No, they didn't. Like they would say stuff like, "Oh, Santa's coming." You know, no, I don't remember even them doing that.
Like you don't remember when your parents told you that Santa Claus isn't real.
No, they never told me. I just kind of figured it out. I'm like, there's no way this fat guy with the beard has been alive this long. Jolly
but
guy.
Did you figure it out because you realized that like your parents were just the ones getting you all the
No,
gifts?
no, I always knew it was my parents getting me gifts. I never thought Santa was somebody who came down the chimney. One, I don't even think we had a chimney. There's no way he's getting his ass through that thing. I just realized that.
So you never had milk and cookies left out on Christmas Eve.
No.
Do you?
No, never, ever,
Okay.
ever.
So do you?
My
I
parents would
don't
have left out octopus and a sumo.
I don't think. Oh, those are good by the way.
It's a
the
pineapple
Simol.
soft drink. It's really good.
I don't think you understand the magic I thought was behind Christmas as a child.
Please explain.
Because I would go to bed, and before bed I would see my mom, or my mom would say, "Hey, got to put these cookies out," and we didn't put cookies, we put pizzelles out for Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
And a carrot for the reindeers, and a glass of milk. And I would help my mom put that out before going to bed. And I would go to bed, and I would wake up and go downstairs and see the plate empty, the cup empty, just some crumbs on the plate. And I was like, like shocked. Like I was like, oh my God, he was here.
How could you believe that at 21? You're lucky you're hot. So when did you...
Debatable.
Do you remember when you realized... Did your mom tell you he's not real?
Yeah, eventually.
What?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I don't remember how old I was, but my biggest memory is just feeling that it was magical because the cookies are gone, the milk is gone. He was here. There were snow footprints, there was snow in the front door.
Your mom... She put snow on the front door?
I guess so.
So she went out and bought a men's 10. I feel like
No,
Santa
but
Claus would have a
you
12.
could see that it was wet, right?
Yeah, okay.
And you could see that their
adorable.
presents were there that weren't there last night under the tree.
Right.
It was my mom the whole time.
I'm surprised you could fall asleep the night before Christmas.
It was hard. It was really hard. The excitement, right? It was almost like the first day of school.
I just knew my parents were the ones that got me. I don't know if my siblings said something. I just don't remember ever believing that Santa Claus had come down the
Because you
chimney
didn't
and
do
done
all
it.
that stuff.
All I knew
probably.
was listen, I was a shitty kid when it came to Christmas. We would try to find the gifts and try to open them and see what they were.
Oh, I did that too.
So stupid, it's awful. But in Portuguese tradition, we don't get up on Christmas morning. We stay up until midnight on Christmas Eve. So it's officially Christmas, and we open gifts at midnight.
Oh, okay.
As we've gotten older, midnight now turns into 10 p.m., turns into 9 p.m. because everyone's falling asleep after a sniff of Chardonnay. Everyone's asleep. But no, I don't remember that. No, I never believed Santa Claus. Like, and it's funny because, you know, our relatives would get us gifts and be like from Santa. And I'm like, Uncle Joe says his name's Santa, because that's how I talk. So yeah, I just never believed it. I'm trying to think of other things. Like, did you believe in the Easter Bunny?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck? That's
Don't blame me. Blame my mother.
Did you ever watch Donnie Darko?
No, I've never seen it.
Do you know like the scary rabbit?
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
You believe
But my
in
mom,
the Easter Bunny?
Well, my mom, again,
yeah.
at night when I was sleeping,
At the age of
would
22.
put eggs, hide them throughout the whole house.
That's adorable.
And then I would wake up and there'd be a basket on the end of my bed.
That's adorable.
With a note that said, go find the eggs, right? And I would, as a kid, I'd go around the whole house finding the eggs.
Your mom or grandmother didn't like buy you chocolates and like leave them like out and be like, you can't touch these until Easter?
No, because I got my Easter chocolates the morning of, after the Easter bunny visited, right?
Oh my God, my parents were so different.
Yeah.
We would go to the grocery store and then we would just buy them and be like, you want this one? Okay, this one. And that's it. And it wasn't like a hunt. It was just like, a cool, you can eat this while you watch the 10 Commandments over Easter weekend.
That's a great movie.
I associate the 10 Commandments with Easter, because that's when
Me too.
they would do it. They would do it over Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Which I always found strange that they played the 10 Commandments over Easter weekend. And then I asked my religion teacher, I said, why do they play the 10 Commandments and not like Jesus of Nazareth, right? Because, you know, and he said it's because, do you want to know this?
Yeah, sure.
So can you say it with like, you actually want to?
No, yeah. I'm expecting you to finish the story. So yeah.
So the reason they show the 10 Commandments is at the end of the 10 Commandments, you know, when Moses gives Joshua some scrolls. He gives him scrolls.
Yes. Yeah.
And he tells him, put it in the Ark of the Covenant. It's because in those scrolls, apparently, is the prophecy, I guess, that God's son will return.
So it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Easter.
Yes, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they show the 10 Commandments.
Well, then that makes sense then. That tracks.
And my aunt, love her, it's great. She used to buy us this egg. It was a big dark chocolate egg. And when you're a kid, you don't want dark chocolate. You want milk chocolate.
Yeah, of course.
So it would come in like really shiny wrapping, and then you'd eat it and it was really bitter.
Yeah, and you'd be like, ugh.
Now, yeah, exactly. It tastes like shit. Just say thank you. And now, like when you're a kid, you want milk chocolate, and now it's like, just give me dark chocolate. I'd rather have dark chocolate.
Well, we have more of a refined palate as an
refined
adult.
palate. We're just trying to live longer. And it's better for your heart.
Yeah, that's true. Dark chocolate does not taste better than milk chocolate.
Did you believe
milk chocolate tastes better,
Okay.
but I do really like dark chocolate now. I didn't as a kid.
Yeah. Okay. So Christmas, Easter, Cupid?
No, that was it. That was it. Just Christmas and Easter. Those
Leprechauns?
were the nope, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy. I'm assuming you didn't have to do, your parents didn't do anything with the Tooth Fairy either.
Tooth Fairy?
Yeah, you lose a tooth, you put it under your pillow.
Oh, no, I will.
And then you wake up and there's money under your pillow.
Money? You're lucky my parents didn't give me a bill. No, we didn't do that shit either. Yeah. Hey, listen, I know I sound like I'm crapping on my childhood, and I'm not.
No, it actually sounds like you're crapping on my childhood.
No.
Because you're like, I didn't do that fucking lame ass shit. I'm not some stupid loser kid that believes in a fat man down a chimney.
She ain't cool. She
You
ain't
fucking
cool.
idiot. That's what you sound
It's called
like.
Ozempic, Nicholas. Why don't you take some? Wegovy. No, I didn't do any of that stuff. Like
It's just like I honestly think because my mom was born here, right?
Yeah.
And she grew up learning about these traditions, so she wanted to do it with
her
her first child,
totally.
right? And
Well,
only
your
child.
mom is Canadian.
Yeah.
My parents weren't. So maybe
Right.
that's what it was. And they were just learning the ropes, because I think my parents got here in 77, 78, and I was born in 81. So maybe it just wasn't it, and they just never kind of fell through with it.
Besides, they also had 4 kids. That's a lot to deal with when you're dealing with all those holidays and trying to do all these little things for your
Yeah.
kids. Or I would have given up after
Christmas.
2.
I think Christmas was probably the one we kind of followed the most, and Easter because my mom is like super Catholic,
Super religious,
right? Like
yeah.
super Catholic. She's got a cape. Love her to death. You've been to my house. You've been to my parents' house.
Yeah, I've seen the Jesus shrine.
Yo, my mom's got this huge shrine that even when like priests come over, they're like, whoa. I love God too, but there's
I'm
a lot.
surprised you don't still have holy water at the door.
Yeah, we had that for a while. We had holy water at the door, and you got to get rid of it. Every time you touch it, it burns, right? No, just me.
Are you talking about me?
No, me. It was me. I lived there. Did you live there? I didn't know you lived there.
It burns because you're evil?
It burns
Is that what yours is? Is that the joke?
Yeah.
Good, great execution.
Starting to realize why I lost my job. We're gonna wrap up, I think. But hey, we got some questions. Actually, someone called us out. Nobody called us out. We were talking about when we went to Portugal, how beautiful it was, and compared to here, it's just different.
Is this on your Instagram?
Yeah, on my
Okay.
Instagram at Tony Stark Radio. Thanks for letting me plug it. The comments of people were like, if you really want to see beauty, go to the West Coast. So go to Alberta, BC. That's where you see the mountains and stuff. And you know what? They're right. I always see really nice, beautiful pictures. Kelowna and all those places, Whistler. We just haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, Alberta.
Ontario's just a little different.
Those places are beautiful. Canada has its own beauty, but there's just something about in Europe. Canada's just so young. Right? Compared to everything is so old in Europe. It's just a different kind of beauty, I guess.
Yeah. So yes, we will go West Coast. Maybe we'll do on the road.
Okay, this is going to sound bad.
Okay, this is going to sound bad on the road.
I don't have a lot of interest in traveling in Canada.
That does sound bad. Wait,
I don't know why. I have zero interest in going to BC. Zero. Alberta, yes. East Coast, PEI.
Hey, why Alberta and not BC?
I don't know, because Alberta has Lake Louise and all the mountains and all the beauty there, and BC
has the same.
sure has mountains too. But I don't know. I don't have any interest in it.
Okay,
which is fair. If somebody was like, I have no interest in going to Ontario, I'd be like, good for you. There's nothing here.
all you got to do is drive down the 401 and realize how boring Ontario is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just Alberta
We have a big
for
apple.
sure. Maybe the East Coast. We've been to Halifax, which was lovely.
Halifax is beautiful. Peggy's Cove was really nice.
I'm sure Newfoundland is great.
Halifax has a lot of character.
PEI would be great to go visit, but other than that, I don't have a lot of interest in.
What about New
traveling in
Brunswick?
Canada.
See, we're talking about the Maritime. Yeah, there's something about New Brunswick. You're like, nah, I can skip it.
I don't know anything about
Nova
New
Scotia or
Brunswick.
PEI, but I won't go. Poor New Brunswick. I'm sure it's beautiful. We just have no interest in it.
Anyway, I know that there is beauty in Canada. It's so different, across the ocean. It's just different. Yeah.
Another question we got was, how do we keep our relationship secret when we're working at the radio station?
Oh, well, yeah, not so much anymore, but
No.
we just didn't talk. We just didn't talk about it.
Well, first of all, the sentences came a lot faster than that. But when we started hanging out, we did post every once in a while. We posted stuff about each other
Hanging out.
and then I think people assumed that we were together if they just didn't have any confirmation. I don't think anybody knew we lived together. Only one person in the building knew we lived together because we're friends with him.
Well, I think that there were
Close to
people
him.
that maybe suspected. I'm thinking of one person in particular that probably was like, they drive together and come out of the same car every day.
We
Or they
didn't do that. No, we
arrive
didn't.
at the
We arrived
exact
at the same time.
time
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
That's a little sus.
And it's funny, when we bought the house, we said, okay, listen, you'll leave you leave first, I'll leave half hour later. And then that turned into 3 minutes after. It just kind of morphed into what it was. And by the end, we didn't really care. We weren't hiding a relationship from people in the building. We just never, ever talked about it.
we just didn't talk about it.
And people
That's
would
it.
always say, people would say to me, they were like, you never talk about girls you're dating. You're always very private. And even before we started dating, I never talked about.
You were private before.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't really know. Because, sometimes in an office, it gets high schooly, clicky. People like to talk. And I just, why give them anything? So we just kind of kept it quiet. We stayed off social. We never posted about each other every once in a while. And I think that's how we kept it secret.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to do.
No, I don't think people
Yeah.
cared. At the end of the day, we were there for 10 years. I think people were just like, whatever about it. Nobody asked us. Once in a while, I did get asked. They're like, are you guys? I'm like, nah.
Yeah, and then eventually, well, it made sense to, after you got let go, it made sense to be like, well, why?
You dropped a comment
Just
on
drop
a
the
post.
veil, why keep up,
then-
just because anymore.
And then people were like, why didn't you say anything? I'm like, the exact reason why you're asking. We just wanted to keep it quiet. Keep it private, We don't, and also I didn't want
And it
anyone
was-
else looking at us differently because we were a couple. You know what I mean? I don't want people to be like, well, they're always going to have each other's back, which we always did anyways. But, I don't want people to judge us unfairly because we were a couple, because we're two different people.
And our relationship didn't really start in a traditional sense where it's like you go on dates and then eventually you are a couple, right? That's not how our relationship started.
It started with the root jar. Do you remember that?
Kind of.
We always were busting each other's chops, and we made some stupid bet about like who could be nicer to the other person. And every time somebody dropped a rude comment, we would put
$1 or something.
No, we put like a piece of paper in a jar, and the first person to get like, if Dana talked trash to me or was rude to me 10 times, she'd have to take me out for dinner. So it was like the first person. It was so stupid. It was like the first person to 10, and then you took me out for dinner.
And then I do you consider that our first date?
Because there wasn't romantic intentions. I didn't go out to dinner with you with romantic.
Then why'd you order the steak and the lobster?
Because I wasn't paying for it. the server comes over and I'm like, yeah, I'll have the steak and the lobster. But I didn't have any romantic intentions. I don't remember when's the first time I thought like that when it came to you. Because when we met, I was with somebody else.
Yeah, but we weren't hanging out.
No, we weren't hanging out. That relationship had ended, and then I don't remember. Do you remember the first time you had romantic intentions? The first time you met me?
That I had romantic intentions?
Definitely not the first time you met me.
I do remember, but I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Because
this is all about bearing our soul here.
It is?
Think of it as like trying to find the Easter eggs of our relationship.
Nope.
Well, no. Why?
Because.
Okay, is this something where I keep pushing and you're not going to tell me? Or should I stop this right now? If I keep digging, will you tell me?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Oh, cool. Nice. All right. That's very little digging.
We had gone to see Deadpool.
Uh-huh.
And then we went out and had dinner after at Boston Pizza.
Don't give them the plug.
And I'm not going to say, I had a romantic intentions, but I saw you in a different light.
Okay, what was the light before this?
Some cocky dude from Montreal.
Technically from Ottawa.
Well, from Ottawa, but like that just came back to Ottawa and thinks he's so great and all this stuff. And I thought, you're funny. I could be friends with you.
Right,
You seem like a fun guy. And then I don't know, I saw you in a different light that day, and thought maybe I kind of like him.
I can't tell you when's the first time I saw you in a different light. I always thought you were cool, and your eyes. I always like, oh, look at her eyes. Oh my, she's seen some shit. You know what I'm saying, guy? But I don't remember when romantic feelings started. But clearly, I had them. Wait, am I starting to?
Right.
Have I? Yeah, I've had them.
This is why I didn't want to share mine, because you don't remember fucking shit. So like I share mine. I remember everything. I remember so many details. I remember these things. And then you don't remember anything. Like you have nothing to give me in return.
I do remember us hanging out at Boston Pizza, but I don't remember if I had romantic intentions.
Well, I felt that because you were still doing the morning show at that point, so you would have had to have been up very early, and we were out pretty late for somebody who's got to be up at 3:30 in the morning. And I felt like, well, maybe he kind of likes me, because why would you stay up late to hang out with somebody when you know you're going to suffer the next morning because of it?
You know you're going to suffer the next morning.
But you're going to suffer because you're like, oh, why didn't I go to bed earlier, right? I'm so tired.
Yeah. I do remember our first kiss.
It was horrible.
It was awful. It was awful. And it wasn't because we're bad kissers. It was because of the circumstances. We had been out drinking. We went to Kettleman's Bagel on Bank Street. And Kettleman's Bagels sandwiches, a lot of them have sesame seeds on them. And I remember us across from, it was me, you, and another girl.
But she left.
She left. And I think she got the hint because I think there was a vibe. So she got the hint. So she bailed. And then we just kissed across the table, and it wasn't great because we had like remnants of bagels all over.
And the table
lips.
was too wide. So you really had to push your body forward, but the table would stop you.
We pretty much were bending over trying to kiss each other over the thing. And then the romance started from there.
So you're saying that's the first time that you
I must have had romantic intentions before that. I just can't remember.
You just can't remember because it wasn't that important to you.
It's been another great edition. It's another podcast with Tony and Dana.
It's just not you. You just don't remember things. It's fine.
I'm going to try to remember.
It's fine.
I'm going to look back on my diary.
It's fair. Great.
Dear journal. Hey, listen, it all worked out.
It did.
Yeah,
it did work out.
Yeah,
Here we are.
I just can't.
Was that the last question, by the way?
Yeah, that was it. I already started the intro. You can't hear it because you have headphones.
Okay, yeah.
So this might be a solo podcast next week. I'm really not sure. Someone seems upset. Follow us on TikTok. By the way, if you're listening on Spotify and on YouTube, please hit like, comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps the channel.
Especially on YouTube, yeah. If you can even leave a comment, anything.
Literally write anything.
It
really helps.
Yeah. Props to you if you put in the comments right now anything on YouTube. We'd really appreciate the support.
Follow us on TikTok at Tony and Dana. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back next week. Anything else?
No, that's all.